everybody. Welcome back to Words with Wayman. I'm your host, as always, Matt Wayman. Support us online at Words with Wayman on Twitter, Words with Wayman on Facebook. We're hopping right in. Spicy Sweet, Part 2. Local comedian, podcaster, businessman, all around good guy, Zac Maas.
Hey, we're back.
We're back. We left off talking about you going to a tech school and finishing up with a bachelor's degree.
Yeah. In e-commerce. Very exciting stuff.
It is. Read about it if you don't know what it is, people. He told me apparently it's business over the internet. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I went to Westwood College. Maybe you've seen it on TV.
Yeah,
great college.
Good.
I think people are suing them for accreditation or something. I don't know. Great. There was a class action lawsuit. I tried to join it, but I'm a comedian. I'm too lazy to join a class action lawsuit. They wanted all these things about. How I was wronged, and really I didn't care. I met Jake in college, so that was,
What for that $13 check you're going to get at the end of the class action lawsuit or something? It's like you're going to do all this work.
I just don't really care that much. I guess that part of my life's over. It's not like I'm paying my student loans. So I mean, who?
Yeah, who cares anyway?
Who cares?
So where is that college at?
It's here.
Oh, so that's what brought you down to Denver?
Yeah, there's two of them. It's you don't have a television, huh?
We do.
Yeah. Do you ever watch the old rabbit ear stations? They advertise during the day a lot.
Nice. I feel like I've seen the commercial.
Yeah.
But that's why you moved out down to Denver.
It was to go to college. They didn't have the commercials in South Dakota.
Nice.
Unfortunately, so I would have known. I got here and saw a commercial and was like, "Fuck! I picked one of those.
I picked one of those schools.
Oh shit!
God darn it!
But they didn't have any homework either, so I enjoyed it.
There you go. Daddy don't like homework. We talked about that in the first episode.
Yeah, he likes to play. He likes to make rap music.
Yeah. So you met. But your business partner, in a lot of aspects, right? I mean, you guys are together on the Hempbox stuff thing, too.
Yeah, we do Hempbox, uncalled for whiskey and cigarettes.
Kind of like, just your...
Yeah, I mean, we're good friends. We've worked together a lot over the years. I mean, before, we worked in the marijuana industry together before comedy.
Yeah, before everything, there was just that friendship.
Yeah. And we worked on rap back then together.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we've been good friends and, kind of had similar interests. We both were always fans of comedy, fans of music.
Yeah.
And both worked on those things. But
doing it also kind of, you do a lot of stuff. You got the podcast that you run. You got a couple, what, is it just Hempbox, or is there any other businesses or anything that you run currently?
There's Hempbox. I was toying around with like some patent stuff for a while, and then I do some stock market stuff, and then I also, I don't know, I have like a trim machine, like a marijuana combine that I rent out.
Oh, nice. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's like a big ass, fucking weed shredding machine, But they're expensive, and I don't know. People will pay a few $100 a day to rent them out.
That's fantastic.
And I'm actually starting to make some money doing comedy, which is really that's the best.
But you don't clock into a real person's job, right? I mean, you just do you.
I don't.
When did you get away from that, from working for other people?
8 years ago.
That's awesome.
7 or 8 years ago. I don't know. I was homeless in San Francisco, and I decided to come back to Denver and grow pot.
Mm-hmm.
My buddy was like, hey, I'll get a house, and I'll set everything up. You do the growing. I'll put up the cash.
Yeah. And
we'll split the money or whatever.
Nice.
So we did that for about 3 months, and then I read this article about the guy up in Colorado Springs who had opened like basically the first dispensary, and how he had made like $1.3 million that year.
Really?
And I was like, whoa, that's good money. We're growing weed. Apparently, all you need to do is have balls, and fucking you can open a dispensary.
Yeah.
So I kind of talked to some friends, and we put some money together, some and opened a dispensary.
Nice. What was that called?
It was called the Relief Center.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So anyways, did that for 5 or 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then that ended rather poorly.
So that's, it's...
Yeah, I didn't, me and my business partner didn't agree on a lot of things.
Oh, no, that's what happens a lot of times.
And
it's tough.
But I got a little bit of money out of that. So,
Nice.
I mean, I took that and invested it. And, I don't know. I worked my way into the Relief Center on sweat equity because I didn't have any money or anything at the time.
Definitely.
And when you're starting a business, you can do, like, we weren't going to try and start it, illegally or whatever. So,
no.
It's all legit money and everything that started up the dispensary. And, what's funny is any marijuana I've ever grown, I've paid taxes on, which is weird.
That is funny.
But
it's got of that more so towards the other business side of just trying to make, because I know the card game is one of those things that's done really seems like it's been really successful from the start too.
Yeah, it's been really successful from the start. I think part of that, Jake is really good at, he was the one who wanted to do the card game.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, when he first came to me with the idea, I'm like, well, that's their thing.
Yeah, definitely. It's just to take off a thing that they're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know about that. And he's like, I think it'll be great. I'm going to do it. And we're good at working together, so we
really good at
put it together. But I mean, he kind of figured out how he wanted the show to go, and we sat down and did a big brainstorming session on how it was going to work, and kind of learned along the way and added some things and took some things away, and I don't know. I think the live game show version of it is it's just fun, man, and it's easy. It involves the audience, which I think people dig.
It's a super fun show, but I also look at it from the comedian side, really tech-heavy show, too, because I know that you guys have done some really cool changes to it that'll make it a lot easier for yourselves.
Yeah, well, Sam does all of our tech. She's amazing at that shit. And, really, I'm just the ref, man. I give out the prizes and
You're the cool guy, the cool dad.
And keep shit going. I do the booking for the show. I don't know. I feel
you do a great
put
job.
Together some pretty good lineups.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is a huge part of shows.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. Fucking really, it's great. I mean, Jake and Sam do all of that, and I've kind of stepped back a little bit. I mean, with the Kickstarter, we all fucking worked our asses off to get that off the ground, and
that was funded, correct?
Yeah, we hit almost 4 times, I think,
that's awesome.
Our initial goal. So, it was great, and but I mean, we made a video, and I mean, I don't know. I think I probably had about 100 hours on our Kickstarter. I think Sam had probably 100 some, and Jake had 180, 200 or some shit.
Crazy
to get that off the ground, which is funny because then it gets funded, and everybody's like, oh, they see the amount of money you raised from a Kickstarter, and they're like, oh, everybody's rich now, and it's like, no, we fucking spent hundreds of hours working on this, and really that's all going to buying inventory, and then you got to buy more inventory and fucking.
Yeah, I mean, just to get those things printed out and everything, that's going to be quite a big penny right from the start, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's expensive, and then I mean, shipping's in there, and and then if you want to expand and get more products, and I mean, I don't know, it's just like any fucking business, you know.
Definitely.
You don't really. It takes quite a while before you really make any.
Yeah, and it's like everybody thinks that you're just rolling in the cash, and I'm sure it's not the case.
Fucking money, but.
That little guy on the bottom there, I think. Yeah, that guy. Cool. You should be good.
It's going well though. I'm really excited about some of the things that we have coming up, and stay tuned because there's a lot of interesting things that are gonna.
So how do you? So here's a question: you do all of that stuff too, all the business and you obviously have to write comedy to keep up with the comedy stuff. How do you manage that in a day? Do you write comedy better in the morning? Do you do business stuff at a certain time, or
I mean, really, I don't have too much business stuff that I have to do with uncalled for anymore. We've kind of it's great because I have a ton of time to focus on comedy, on writing.
Yeah. Hitbox runs itself.
Which, you came and did an audition for a show that I wrote that we're getting ready to shoot here locally, which I've been spending a ton of time working on that.
Definitely.
That's been a real intense project. And I mean, we did, a few days of casting and, getting all that put together has been intense. And then I have some other ancillary writing projects that I've been working on as well. And then just stuff for fun. But I mean, I'm trying to write at least 3 to 6 hours a day.
That's awesome.
And getting up in the morning and just going after it.
Nice. I find the morning's good for me.
Yeah, I mean, as far as creativity goes for me, I think you're most creative when you're relaxed or you're bored. So, I mean, shitting, showering, coming, all of those are great things for creativity.
Yeah.
I think, being stimulated is also good, but I mean, I prefer to I just got a car, but I like taking the bus. I like walking places.
Yeah.
I find that gives me, interactions with strangers are good. I just find that being out in the world, seeing people, listening to conversations.
Definitely. Free material.
Yeah, it's free material, especially just going on the bus and just listening to people. And I don't know, or maybe it reminds you of something in your own life or whatever. But I just think that's good. I think being bored is good. I don't think people are bored enough. It's man, I can't think of any jokes. And it's well, you probably, try and think of jokes for a little bit and then get your phone out and look at Facebook or unless you're looking for premises, I just think, I don't know, you're overstimulated. But yeah, I mean, they've shown that once you're relaxed, that it gives your brain more freedom to be creative. Because basically it's not worried about is something going to kill me? Am I going to die? Am I going to hurt? It's not processing all this other shit, which gives it, more electricity to process creativity, which, on the toilet, in the shower,
definitely.
Laying in bed when you first wake up in the morning. I mean, that's why when you go to bed at night, you're fuck, I have an idea, and you got to get up and, write it down or whatever. I think it's good to keep shit close to your bed. But also just recording every little thing that you have,
Absolutely.
I take fucking at least 10 notes a day on things, premises, or possible funny things, because
you'll forget them quickly.
Yeah, and when you're hanging out, when I hang out with old friends now, or when I do see family and we start telling stories, it's and something jogs in my memory. I have a whole section of my notebook that's just labeled personal stories.
Yeah, that's cool.
And little triggers to help me remember, that good story in my past or in history or, with a friend or some, experiences. I don't know, I really feel as I'm finding my voice more that I want to become a more and more of a story comedian.
Yeah, I've never found myself going that way, but I know that a lot of people that I do see, I mean, a lot of your jokes are, I feel longer form anyway.
Yeah, well, and now that I'm getting that I know how to tell jokes a little bit, when I first started, I just wanted
to figure that out.
I just wanted to make. I just wanted to write anything, but I didn't really write about very much personal stuff because I wanted to kind of understand how jokes worked a little bit better first, and now I feel I'm not trying to, I figured out jokes. Fuck no, I never will. But what I have understood, I feel a little more comfortable now playing with some of the more personal stories of my life. So,
well, I feel like you feel more attached to them, so you tell them differently than you tell other material too.
Well, and I love that, my personal stories, too, though, it's no one's going to fucking have this.
Yeah.
This is my own shit.
You can't take that material.
Yeah, if you have this story, you fucking probably took it from me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, make yourself unstealable from you. Can't.
Yeah, and that's one thing. I've been writing one-liners all week for Draper's show tomorrow.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a fun show. Storytime at El Chorrito.
Yeah.
Some Fridays.
Storytime is a one-liner show where everybody's got to do one-liners just for your listeners, in case they were confused by the joke. But it's a funny one,
I like
it. Storytelling,
but it's one-liner.
Yeah, I get it.
I told a story on it, and he kicked me off halfway through. So
really,
no. It's funny though, because he's one of those guys that would be like against the system type, you know. So what if you did just go to his one-liner show and told a big story?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tell a story that's all one-liners.
Oh, that's funny.
No, I wish I'm not.
That's really funny idea though.
Yeah, I wish I had, would have thought of it before right now.
Yeah, before it's actually.
Yeah, I would have wrote it.
Before it takes like 2 days to probably write and actually be good.
Yeah, it takes a long time, but I don't know. Just fucking. It's definitely hard to do things though, where everything, like a lot of things I write, I'm like, oh man, I know somebody said this.
Oh yeah, that's the tough part.
How
do I look differently at this?
Yeah, well, and a lot of it I find is like, oh, all right, let's.
Just hacky. You're like, yeah, I could write it, but it just seems like a hack joke.
There's such a formula to it.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. That's what I like about the stories is like you can suck people in for 45 seconds to a minute building tension before you fucking hit them with that laugh. And like even though they're not laughing, they're like hanging on your every word.
Definitely. Or like hide some little laughs in there or something, or however it is to pace them along.
I mean, when I hear those silences, I'm like, all right, I need to get laughs into that area.
Definitely.
But I mean, it's weird when you're there in the moment because you don't even really notice the silence that you have in that little period because everybody is still like so, they're like they're winding up to for the release.
That's a good point. So we're getting down to it, Daddy-O. That's it. I mean, these things go quick. One question I always like to ask is, 5 years, best case scenario, where would you want your life to be?
Ooh. I'd want to have total control of my own show and be writing and having an awesome team of people where stuff I write just gets made.
And quickly, I'm sure.
And
and like that.
And also be able to collaborate with a lot of people in that time. I think that like the more that I get in. Like at first, I think it was a real solo thing for me, but the more that I'm like writing with other people and doing that, I really enjoy kind of bouncing ideas off of other people and just the different ideas that they give, me.
Definitely, yeah. I know we've worked together several times on video stuff, and I think you're really fun to work with. And
yeah, you as well. I think it adds so much, and the products, I don't know. I just want to be writing and making shit.
Yeah,
and fucking getting paid.
That's what I'm saying. I think we're on the same page.
Getting paid enough where, I don't want a lot of money.
No,
I'll take a lot of money, but I just want enough to live.
Yeah, make shit. Cool. Well, yeah, once again, thank you so much for coming out. You want to give all your plugs and stuff before we shut her down?
Uncalledfor.com, buy the card set. We also have Worst Person shirts, which are fun.
Those are fun.
Denver's Worst Person. We've got some other options on that'll be coming out soon. And then, Whiskey and Cigs. Buy me Twitter followers at Maas Comedy. If you don't follow me, buy me followers at Maas Comedy. I think I'm down to 26,000 now. So I mean, some of the robots have died. Buy. I need to get back up there. I think Matt Monroe's gaining on me. Buy me Twitter followers, and I don't know. Follow me on Facebook. Like me, I don't know. Do whatever.
I like this sweet man.
Yeah, come see a show.
Support him.
Support Denver comedy.
Support all of Denver comedy. I want to thank you guys all for listening, everybody. This has been part 2 with Zac Maas. We will see all of you guys in the future.